This is pretty awesome, the walls here of the city. So where are we? Do you remember a city?
Morocco.
It's okay. So we found some street parking. There were some cute locals told us we can't park there, but oh well. This is a beautiful area. The fountains are amazing.
They say no parking, or are they trying to get money from you? Huh?
So we're starting out here at the garden. It is absolutely beautiful. It's kind of astounding to see the city walls like this. And when you come driving from the other side of the city, you go from like, you know, just a modern city life. All of a sudden you turn the corner and you can see the Medina kind of up the hill a little bit, and it's completely different. So right across from the garden is a cemetery. We actually passed a funeral processional. All of the chaos where we first wanted to park was actually, we thought it was an ambulance, but then it stopped right here by the cemetery. So looks like a funeral. We went from the mosque to there, which anyway, it was a cool little experience to see. They were all just walking behind it for a couple blocks, and off we go to figure out the Medina on our own. So we kind of beelined through the market just at first because we needed to get to the ATM. This is the best ATM to use. They have the lowest fee.
Get watermelons.
We're loving the fruit. So we went through the fruit and veggie markets. Like, it looked like more of like the local side of the market, and then we worked our way over to like all the restaurants and stuff. So getting excited to wander for the day. We don't have an exact plan or a map. We had one in mind, so I might decide to loosely follow it. But as we have a couple of days here, and this is just our first one, we might just kind of wander and see where that gets us, see how the family feels. But grabbing some cash, and the post office has the cash machines with the lowest fees. So just part of the travel life, huh guys? Yeah, it's hot today. All right, let's go then. We got our first treats. So we just, oh dang it, they have the lemony ones I like out here. It's seriously so awesome. So we bought a bunch of snacks, we're gonna try them.
How are they? How are the treats? Ren, did you like it?
Then this one looks the same as a different chicken.
Why don't the kids like them? They're not sweet enough, or they don't like the layers?
Is it the same?
Similar, but has better texture inside. I think it's like an almond taste.
Nope.
And they're shortbread cookies. If you like shortbread.
It's not for the kids. I think it's not sweet enough.
They're very sweet.
Are they?
Not this beautiful boy.
That one is pretty.
Boys picked out their own.
Give it a taste. How is it?
That one just a shortbread cookie.
Dad tried. This is good.
As you wander the market, there's fresh bread stalls everywhere. There's treats everywhere, fruits and vegetables. That guy's got, looks like 4 heads on. What was that, a chicken or a calf head on the wall? The sides of beef are just wild to see. This section does smell like a strange combination of sausages and a butcher shop with olives all mashed into one. It is interesting to see things are just kind of in like tiny little spaces. The chickens are just there waiting their doom outside the butcher shop.
Just watch them.
And they're not paying attention. Chickens are too dumb. And ton of these sandwiches. So we're gonna have to try one of these out at some time. They have, and they have a whole like grill So that's, their sandwiches look amazing. They smell really good, and it's just meat all chopped up with a bunch of vegetables and onions on the grill, and then they put it in some fresh bread. And they're only $1. Oh. Did you see all the chickens back there?
Fried chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh chicken.
Keep going. It's gonna get worse. So. No, they're not. You don't wear them. You only use them in the doctor's office. So who cares if they look cool? They're for function. As we wander today, we kind of have our map in, so we know where we're headed, but it's definitely a different area headed towards Tannery. I'm loving seeing all the unique. So we just saw shoes; they're a different shape. But the little alleyways are really beautiful. There's paintings on the walls. There's different tile work. There's woodwork that's amazing. So it's been great. So Shop 64 claims to have the best view to get up on the terrace. It's a little confusing right there. We took a side road. I don't think this is right. I think you're supposed to go in like where people were coming out from. Yeah, like this is gonna lead us to the ground floor, which you might get in trouble for, but I want to try anyway. I just want a peeky peek. No, yeah, we're totally turned around here unless you go up on the other end of it, probably up on the other end. So we're not taking too many directions here, but we are right outside, so on the other side of the wall. There's plenty of people offering to help. We haven't been asked for a tip yet, so there's anyway, we're really, it's a little crazy. We went inside shop 64 has all the blogs saying to go there, and it was crazy busy. There's tour groups coming in and out. So in 70 though, let's see if I can show you. The details are so beautiful. Downstairs we're incredibly kind. There's shops all the way up. So we'll see how it goes, but so far, so good. Okay, this is amazing. There's a great view from here.
Là, on travaille avec des boîtes en plastique et des aigles.
So you can see where they're laying out the yellows over here. We've got some down here right by us. This really intense, beautiful yellow.
And all these dyes are all natural dyes. They don't use any artificial colors.
So starting in ammonia limestone bath using techniques that are hundreds of years old.
And they make them goat, camel, sheep.
They're working so hard out here in the sun.
Okay, you see that one right next to what that guy's doing right there?
Uh-huh.
That has the hose inside of it?
Yep.
It looks frozen. Like still.
Yeah, they're very, very still until they get in there and smush them up.
I saw water splash and I think it's frozen.
So I don't know if you have paid attention to this guy in the yellow shirt working down there, and how many of those he has pulled up out of that vat. It's actually kind of amazing how many they're able to fit in there.
Yeah, I'm
So
actually
with the dye, is it just water? Water and whatever they're using to color it?
Yeah, the river water.
That's all it is.
You're finished from taking picture.
That would be the only person that would be worth actually touring this with.
We had good timing. There was not anyone up here when we first got here. A tour group just got in, so.
Wait, can I say something?
Yeah, what did you think?
Okay, I liked it, but I thought it would be a lot more colorful. That's like an Instagram versus reality. It's not colorful, it's just
Well, and it
brown.
could be different days have different dyes. I actually loved seeing the yellows. They're pretty intense. I don't know what other people thought, but I'm super happy with it. Okay, so here's something interesting here. That's the number 64 that you can go up. It's super popular, but it doesn't give you any better of a view, and they're way more aggressive about making it a business to pay them to go up. Inside this shop,
They have freaking jaguar skins.
do you think it's jaguar?
Yes, I know it's jaguar.
They've got the big leather
Ew,
hoop.
I watched.
That looks like a saddle. So we have differing opinions on this experience, so we'll share with you a little bit. We didn't come with a guide, and we've seen pictures of this online. The kids,
With the guide though, I've listened to the guide.
it wouldn't be anything
You can
else.
read everything online.
It's just not that complicated of a situation. And if you didn't want to be hassled, there's that, but then you're stuck in a group, and I think that's a bigger hassle. So,
Okay, I think we're going the wrong way to get into the Medina though.
you don't think the big
That
sign?
says medicine.
I
I
think
think where all the cars parked, there's probably a Medina entrance.
if
back
you want to
there.
go that way, I'll follow you wherever.
I think go that way.
If you look at the pictures of the Fes tanneries on Instagram and things like that, you'll see these bright, crazy vats of color. And we did
but
not
if you
experience
look at
that.
them closely, you'll see the people.
Some of them,
It
the print
intensifies
stop.
their skin.
Some of the pictures that are printed and like hanging in the area have clearly been photoshopped. But even the ones you see online that you're not sure, we could be here on a day that they're not dyeing those same colors, and that's all that it comes down to.
But
For
it's
me
mostly
personally,
done
I still love
fragrance.
seeing the process, even
Same.
just the. You liked it?
Yeah.
We thought it was really cool.
The pigeon poop.
Yeah, it was interesting how on the first half it smells really bad, but you take 2 steps over and then you don't smell it at all, huh?
I know. It's crazy.
So I wasn't disappointed. It shows you the process, which is exactly what I wanted to see, and actually had a great time. That is not the general consensus of the family. The other thing that I found unfortunate is this tannery is where it is because the river is here. And so you can see you'll see in the video some of the riverway. It's quite unfortunate how full of garbage the river is now. So it's always a little sad to see, especially where these people rely on this for their income. It would be awesome to see, the government or city step in and help clean some of that up and keep that waterway running so that they can continue, their craft here would be nice. But that's just my own 2 cents. So we walked in through shop number 70. So when we got to the famous 64, we turned, went down the other way. In the end, it was a great place to go up. The guys were actually super kind. They do ask for a tip at the end, but for a couple bucks, it's not a bad idea if this is what you want to see. We went in backwards, I think. We went the other way. So definitely came out on the outside of the Medina wall. So the whole tannery is right on the other end here. So we're walking up to get back into the Medina, but I actually prefer taking a different route every time we walk because I want to see new sights. And what I've loved about this Medina, and I'll try to capture a little better, is all the side streets full of absolutely beautiful shops. That's one of my favorite things here. And there's just so much to see. Out in the riverway. This is the water they're using for the tanneries. It looks like that big mound might be like scraped off of the no, like the hairs and stuff that they scrape off of the leather. Architecturally, it is quite impressive that you're thousands of years of buildings here. And I love all the tile work. So just around the corner you can find shops where they're working. So we stopped here because we heard the machine going. And he's stitching these right here in front of us. It's pretty impressive work, really. He's freehanding all of it. There's no like markings or anything, it's just freehand. It's absolutely cool to see.
You know,
So as it goes, this guy never asked for anything. He let us film him making shoes. They're beautiful work. He has some in pleather, some in real leather, and he's freehanding all of these shapes, which is wild to me. And so we did try to tip him because we do appreciate that, and he refused to take it, which is what we've heard is more of the Moroccan hospitality. Even to the point where some of them we read stories about them like inviting you in, you have tea, they tell you about their work because they're proud of it, but not because they're trying to get anything out of you. This is outside of, we left the Medina, we came back in through like the Handicrafts area. It's a lot newer area, it's quite beautiful actually. And that's where we found this guy who's working on the shoes. The metal crafts are going on. Completely different type of area than the Medina. Yeah.
Making clothing, everything we can.
It's being manufactured here in front of us. And it's quiet and everyone's working, they're not trying to get your attention. This is what I have not seen in people's tours of Fes, and personally I much prefer this kind of walk through the outskirts.
Something a little quieter.
It's just beautiful. You can see where they're doing the actual work here to make these pots that we've seen everywhere else, the lamps we've seen everywhere else, and they've got just the raw material here working.
He began his activity at 16 years old.
These are... Bonjour. Are you good? Bien? Thinking maybe a beard comb, and he's just hand making them right here. This is wild. Can you get a drink?
On that was thicker.
All right, let's see this. So he's there hand shaping this. This is one of the cooler things we've seen, and I love that he's working there.
But Roxy found one where they're not like, a lot of them they were just too flimsy.
Right.
And then,
It was cool. This is just tiny little spot, and he's there working by hand on a piece of wood. Such a cute little guy. And we heard a tour guide that walked by who said that he's been there doing that since he was 6 years old.
So now you know I'm the best
been there.
because I found one.
He's been there working in that shop for a long time, and he's got some really cool work. So we have definitely enjoyed the outside artisan style. It seems to work great, yeah?
it's more that it's just cool to have.
It is. As soon as you turn the corner, it gets busy. They're pounding away at the metal, making all these crafts.
Oh, this is cool.
Oh, look at those big bins. Did you want to try? We found an amazing place to eat lunch. So we got here, but the work around this, every inch is perfection. enjoying some couscous, and it comes with the sauce for it. Tagine that's still simmering. Little baby olives. The olive and lemon tagine is delightful. And a little bit of tired children.
So good.
Here, dude. So this is where we ate lunch. General consensus is absolutely a beautiful restaurant. Love the drums going back behind us. Beautiful restaurant, very kind service. Definitely tourist price. It costs 3 times more than we usually spend.
When is that time for perfumery?
So we just got to the Najreen Woodwork Museum. So it shows some of like the traditional fashion of doing things here. So I have been crazy about all the ceilings and everything. You see one here. Here in Morocco, so this is all dedicated to that. It is 20 dirhams for us to enter. Now they didn't charge us for the boys to get in, and our 13-year-old is half price, so not too bad. So when you get in, we're gonna go in here, circle around, go up. You can't take photos of the exhibit inside, but I'll do a quick video to kind of give you a layout of here. Very helpful, helping us find the right way around. And there's a security guard sitting right here as well. So we're gonna go and enjoy, but add that to your itinerary if it's something that appeals to you. We'll let you know what we think about it once we get out. It is extremely bright up here. Ooh, for being in the museum, can't see. But there are great views, so if you go into the Museum of Woodwork and then come up onto the top level, oh my gosh. I should wait till I get back inside, but the view's great. So all in all, we spent $7 to go into the Woodworking Museum. Even just when you see the grandeur here, it's absolutely stunning, absolutely stunning. Definitely not everyone in the family's jam, but the boys and I had a ball going through. So we had a great time. It shows everything from toys from the 14th century to the doorways to ceilings, like pieces of wood ceilings that have been taken down. You see the tools that they used, and it is amazing that they were able to get such intricate details like this using such rudimentary tools. Definitely was worth our stop here in Fes, especially because we're not trying to buy anything in the Medina. This is a great way to spend a few. Well, we were maybe, what, 25, 30 minutes in there total? 3 floors? Great time.
Don't you think?
Yes. Oh, and then like you do the dancing and stuff. So in this little alleyway here, just to the side of Working Museum, are people here, craftsmen, really hand making some amazing things. I'm really enjoying it. It's very quiet down here. Not a whole lot of people, but the Najreen marketplace is a little different than the rest of the city. Smell it. Is it cedar wood? You know you're in Morocco. So there's beautiful woodwork all around, which and oh, thank you. Kai, what did you find? Just some sheep hanging out in the marketplace. A little lamb, so the kids loved seeing that. This is a beautiful place if you want to get any kind of textile stuff. It's fantastic. Yeah.
Look at these.
And then there are like all kinds of unique things when you get into these side streets.
Oh, look at that sword. Look at this thing. What the HE double hockey sticks is that?
That's the monster from that's the bad guy from Monsters Inc. The colors here are phenomenal. Look at, even the roof is colored. What a fun little alley we found, guys.
Bucket. Look, he's pissing into it.
Thanks for walking through Fes with us. We hope you'll add this to your travel itinerary and that you enjoyed coming along. Make sure you subscribe to follow our next adventures and see what country we explore after Morocco.